right, welcome back, everyone. I wanted to provide another update because the shorts are still coming out. They're still getting out of these positions, and Doge is pushing back greatly. But I want to just show you the magnitude of the exit of this position here. So this is the candle on the short position. This isn't Dogecoin's price action, so don't see this and freak out. But this is pretty much they are erasing like the last 4 or 5 days of shorting activity. They're having some second thoughts here, and you can see the closing of this candle and the start of the next one. They are still coming out of these short positions here. So it looks like they are not confident that Doge is going to go down. So this is another thing, another perspective you can look at the coin, because you'll see people try and panic and they'll look at Doge and say, "Oh my God, the candle's red," or "We went down some," and that means that it's going to crash. But if you look at the people who want it to go down, they don't feel that way. They're not confident in the position that the coin is actually going to go down. So much so that they're actually exiting their positions, their actual bet that it will go down. So you have to kind of keep that in mind with your thoughts and stuff when you're viewing a coin. Is, do the people who want the coin to go down, are they in agreement with my feeling that the coin will go down? And they are not. So and they actually have money invested. So this is one of the indicators that you can use to say that, oh, well, Doge is not in a bad position because it's not crashing as the people who bet money that it will. So you'll see right here, this is the 200-day MA, and they blew past that straight down, past the 14, past the 72. They are almost out completely. We'll see where this candle ends up closing, but they have liquidated about 9 million Dogecoins so far, a little over 9 million Dogecoins so far. So what does that mean? So if you are new with short here, I'll give you like a brief explanation. So what that means is they are not holding those coins. They have no intentions, but they have to return them. So when you short initially, they are not buying those coins, but basically they, over the last 24 hours, they purchased those coins and now they're selling, and then obviously they get returned back to the market because they don't have any intent to actually hold those coins. So the beautiful thing is why Doge is recovering so nicely is what you're doing is it basically doubled the daily supply, basically. So if you're saying that Dogecoin is going to put 14 million new coins out, so basically today Doge is going to put out it's going to be technically 30 million in selling pressure for the coin, and that's because they're actually selling those coins, and plus the new coins that are coming out, and Doge is pretty much recovering, and those coins are being purchased. So that's why you see those longer wicks that we're going to take a look at in a moment. But that's why you see, similar to the bounce of the actual candle and the price action, even up from 12, I think we're a little over 15 now before I switch charts. But that's why you see that price action, is because it is pushing it down just because of the amount of coins that's coming onto the market at the same time. But as those coins are purchased, the circulating supply will deplete, and you'll see price action recover. So this is the current candle here. It's also red, and as I mentioned, shorts are still coming out of their position, as you just saw. And pretty much the previous candle that just closed, it pretty much just erased the prior day's gain. And if you look at the wick here, this is where the price action was. It was down to 1276, and it was purchased back up to 15. This is what I meant by them exiting and pushing all those coins onto the market. And then the Doge community is actually buying them up, and it actually ended up closing a little higher than where the previous day began. So it's almost erased the previous day's gains. But right now, the selling price is still there, and it's at 1520. So people are asking, okay, does this mean that we can go lower? How does this work? So the possibility to go lower is there, but I don't believe so. Just because of the strength of this pushback, and also the trajectory as far as where we are in the liquidity zone. So this is the current trend line, and we have had two tests down here, somewhat close to the line, and we haven't had to touch it yet, but we're still on trend. So at any point in time on this current trend, it can come down here until we establish another one. Again, if you want to do a more aggressive one, you can. I wouldn't do one like this just because this is extremely unattainable, but you certainly can, especially in the short term. You can do one here. I mentioned this in my last video, but this is something that it's being respected now, and you'll see as long as these candles don't close above it, you can kind of use this. But here, this is the prior trend line. It can come down here, which the price action did, and as long as it's closing above this line, it's still in this line is still to be respected. So um, where the liquidity is at, whether we grab the floor here, even if we start building out a floor here sideways and we stop getting some of the bigger candles, that would be perfect for me because we're at the top of the fib line here. We're at the top of this trading area, and if we're able to build a floor here before you have that next leg up, this will be absolutely perfect because even if you're looking at this cycle here and the trend, I mean, we've maxed this current trend out. I mean, we're literally, for lack of better words, we're literally off the charts. So we maxed this current trend out. So this is what some people were saying. Oh, it's having a red day. I'm like, it deserves to have a red day. We've maxed the trend out in a chart out in less than a week. It can take a break. It is perfectly okay. Having 8-9 days run is historic, especially for Dogecoin. Prior to 2021 until now, and I'm talking about even in the height of the bull run, this has not happened. This is how big of a deal this is. This is how strong this movement is. So building out that floor now and continuing the next leg up will be, in my opinion, ideal. I do believe we need to start establishing some support at these higher levels. And because we're going to have the shorts are going to be back right now, they're licking their wounds, and obviously because that was a really big hit, but they will be back at some point. They just don't want the short positions that they have at like 9-10 cent, because even with them selling all the coins in, even with the current block rate of the new Dogecoin added, they still couldn't even get it to close at 12 cent, and most of those shorts were between 9 and 12 cent, and they couldn't even get it there. They couldn't even get the candle to close there. So even right now, with this huge candle down, you have to understand that the majority of those shorts are still red. Even the ones that are holding on, praying for a miracle right this second, those shorts are still red. So they are. This is why the short candle is still red, because they're exiting because they don't believe they're going to be able to get the price action down there. So but they will be back at some point. They're going to look for weaknesses, just like they are perma bulls and people who are hoping that Doge runs off to the races. There's always going to be people that want to see it crash and burn, and they will be waiting for any opportunity to for the coin to actually come down. You'll see that on evidence, even in my comment section. For the last 8 days, everybody, all of the I'm shorting Doge and Doge is trash and all that kind of stuff, they were quiet. But guess what kind of comments I got today? Oh, the trash is coin. It's a poop coin. Blah, sell, sell, sell. Yeah, it's amazing the timing of that. They know how to hide, when this is happening. But today you get a red candle, they start puffing their chest up. So, and that's kind of what's happened. That's what shorts are going to do. That's how they're going to play the game. But just right now, they can't even take advantage of this because they're the reasons for the candle, and they are locked in. And now they have to kind of wait and say, what's the exhaustion rate? Where is that tipping point? Where are we going to actually be able to lock in some gains? So, then obviously that's to be determined. We'll start establishing a floor at some point where that liquidity is going to be, and we'll see their new strategy. But as for now, Doge is doing absolutely fine. This is perfect for pretty much having a combined like double block rate for a day. This is phenomenal here, this recovery here. So we'll see where this candle goes as the shorts continue to exit those positions. And but right now there's not many more, so we should have more of an organic price action today. But don't let this red candle fool you. So, because even here, if you look at the last time we had this run of green candles, wasn't as violent as this one. But you'll see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days red candle, 7 green days red candle, 3 green days red candle, followed by 5 green days and a red candle. So a red candle here or there is not the end of the world. You want the brakes pumped occasionally. I can guarantee you that, especially long term. And again, if you are not trading the asset, a red candle on the day is not a big deal. If you are long term, this is not a big deal. So don't get caught up in like a trader's mindset when you are holding a coin long term. Like if you are buying Apple or something like that, Apple has a down day. No one's panicking like, oh my God, Apple's trash. Let's jump out. It had a red day. Like that's not happening. So just kind of make sure your mindset actually adjusts to the reasons and how you're actually investing. So if you're day trading, then yeah, you can capitalize off of things like that. But if you're saying I'm going to sell at, I don't know, 50 cents or whatever your target number is, this here doesn't mean anything. You can look at this as buying opportunities. So, and I will say, as for now, certainly if you can catch it anywhere close to this zone. So right now that will be 12 cent. If you can catch Doge at 12 or 13 cent, that'll be a really, really good price action for where we are now. So if you wanted to use that as like an entry point, I think that'll be a really, really great entry point here, in my opinion. So if you're wondering where to get it, if you can, or if you're thinking about it, just anything close to the current trend line would be at least a respectable entry for now. So, and it's certainly better than buying a green candle up here. So, just kind of, especially if you have a DCA somewhere down here, you're going to raise it, but not as much as you would up here, not as quickly. So, keep that in mind going forward. If you found value in this video, certainly subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm going to be providing information like this as we chart things, keeping an eye on the movement and providing you with factual information so that you can make educated decisions and not just lean on like hopium and hype. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe, like, share the video with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next one.